What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news topics, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is Friday, June 24th. I'm just gonna let you guys know right off the bat, this is gonna be a kind of a weird video. All of the things that you guys wanted me to talk about, majority of it, like 99% of it, is absolutely wild. Like if you want a bunch of stories that just don't make any sense and you can't believe it didn't happen, well, yep, that's today's video, almost the entirety of it. So yeah, let's just get into it. You guys know the drill. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and yeah, allow me to lay it on you. All right, guys, so this is absolutely freaking breaking news, okay? This actually happened while I was recording this video for you guys. Foster Dawn said, Roe versus Wade has officially been overturned. This was done by the Supreme Court Justice, and it literally, we got leaks about it already happening a long time ago, a couple of weeks ago, where it basically showed that it could potentially happen, and now it is actually official that Roe versus Wade is now officially overturned. And it's an article from AOL, like, I didn't know AOL, like, still existed. I guess they're a newsletter. I don't know. Anyway, Supreme Court states can ban abortion, okay? The Supreme Court has ended constitutional protections for abortion that had been placed in nearly 50 years in the decision by its conservative majority to overturn Roe versus Wade. Friday's outcome is expected to lead to abortion bans in roughly half the states of United States. They will be banning abortion. That's absolutely insane and wild in terms of like how big that is. The decision, unthinkable just a few years ago, was the culmination of decades of efforts by abortion opponents made possible by emboldened right side of the court that has been fortified by 3 appointees of former President Donald Trump. The ruling came more than a month after the stunning leak of a draft of opinion by Justice Samuel Alito, indicating that the court was prepared to take this momentous step. It puts the court at odds with a majority of Americans who favored preserving Roe, according to opinion poll. And guys, literally, this is so breaking. Everyone is talking about it on the internet right now because obviously it's a big deal. One of the biggest decisions that's probably happening to our nation that's going to be affecting millions and millions of people worldwide. Said today, the Supreme Court not only reversed nearly 50 years of precedent. This is Barack, by the way, Obama, a former president. You guys know what I'm talking about. It relegated the most intensely personal decision someone can make to whims of politicians and idolies, attacking the essential freedoms of millions of Americans. Across the country, states have already passed bills restricting choice. If you're looking for ways to respond, PPFA, USO Women, and many other groups have been sounding the alarm on this issue for years and will continue to be on the front lines of this fight. Former Vice President Mike Pence said, by overturning Roe versus Wade, the Supreme Court of the United States has given the American people a new beginning for life. Said today, life won. By overturning Roe versus Wade, the Supreme Court of the United States has given the American people a new beginning for life. And I commend the justice for the majority of having the courage of their convictions, kind of showing you both ends of the spectrum here. So if you're curious how this affects you or doesn't affect you guys, I found an article here that talks about the states that are going to be involved in case you just don't know what are happening with the states, what the timelines are, what to expect. This article from the Washington Post read, abortion will soon be banned in 13 states. Here's which could be next. States with abortion bans that will take within 1 month. You got Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Oklahoma, Montana, Arizona, Louisiana, Missouri, Tennessee, and Kentucky. These seems to be the states here that where this effect can actually happen already, like right now within seconds, or it will probably happen within like the next 30 days. The article then says states likely to ban abortion within weeks or months. So something that's not immediately, but probably going to happen in due time. You got here, is that what is Iowa, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. Then you have states where the fate of abortion rights remain kind of uncertain. People don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you got Montana, Arizona, Nebraska, Kansas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, and Florida. Then they have here states where abortion is likely to remain protected. The states here we have are Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Alaska, Colorado, New Mexico, Minnesota, Illinois, and then all of the Northeast, including Maryland and New Jersey. Hey guys, those are the facts. Absolutely monumental change happened here to the United States. A lot of people feeling like we are going backwards. You know, Roe versus Wade and the progressive movement for giving women more rights over their bodies completely evaporated now, and after this point, there's gonna be a lot of conflict. There's gonna be a lot of fight. There's gonna be a lot of argument from a lot of people from both sides, from pro-life and pro-choice. And I'll let you guys know if there's any more updates. So yeah, guys, to address the elephant in the room, because I know a lot of you guys are wondering, hey, Omni, how do you feel about it? Are you outraged? Are you mad? Are you sad? Or what side do you stand on? Should I cancel you? Should I not cancel you? Who are you supporting, bro? Like, everybody wants to kind of fall back on that. And I'm just going to talk to you guys from human to human, okay? No politics, because we're talking about human rights here. So I'm not going to talk to you from a left side or a right side or liberal side or conservative side. Let me just talk to you like human to human. Regardless of your beliefs or your stances, I will say for a fact that 50 years ago is not a timeline that I would have liked to exist in fact, going anything further past that sounds like it would be absolutely terrible for me as a black man and American. The same thing applies to women as well. And when laws are overturned to make timelines go backwards into the past, that's alarming to me. That's scary. I do think that as time goes forward, we should be more progressive with our thoughts, especially when it comes to human rights and people's ability to do what they want to do with their own bodies and their own life. If you are any kind of minority in the United States and your rights start getting challenged in any kind of way, especially as something as monumental as this, it becomes scary as freaking hell. I imagine some of you watching this video can relate as minorities, and maybe some of you cannot relate as a non-minority, but I think that's kind of where I sit with the situation. I think we're moving backward. That's how I feel about it as a minority black American in this United States. I remember there was some kind of rules being talking about like lynching, and people were talking about like if that should be qualified as like a hate crime or something. Like, really, bro? Like, is that really up for discussion and debate? Like, it's, believe it or not, it literally only became a hate crime as of like this year. I know it sounds crazy, but that's kind of where we are. And that's how slow things takes to move and to evolve and progress sometimes. And to see something like this happen with another minority, aka women, is just a bit saddening to me, because it feels like we are rewinding and not moving forward and not progressing and evolving as not only as a nation, but as a human race. Hey guys, that's how I feel about the subject. Go ahead and bring out the pitchforks or not, okay? I'm not trying to fight y'all or go into some war or something like that. That's just kind of how I'm feeling right now about the situation. And I'll let you guys know if there's any more updates about the situation over time. That's Roe versus Wade, monumental change and shift in history right now and happening today. So really fast, a couple subjects that you just probably need to know really fast. Ernstover said they put more Naruto skins in Fortnite. That's right, Fortnite has another collaboration outside of Team 7. Now you can be Itachi, Orochimaru, Gaara, or Hinata. So yeah, if you want to relive Itachi's nightmare of killing off his entire clan, now you can. All right, y'all, so this is one of the ones that I said was absolutely freaking wild. We're gonna have to go to church after we read this article. Crow said a Japanese couple holding a 120 member sex party in Japan, and they were arrested for allegedly doing so. Holy moly. Okay. All right. Again, let's talk about this. Hosting a 120 member anything, to be completely honest, with a bunch of people flying around, that's pretty, wild indeed during these times. That's kind of wild. We still got the pandemic. We still got COVID flying around. It's still going, viral event, and stuff. But to have a 120 member sex party, 120 member orgy, oh my freaking god, I need to know more about this article for science. And why were they arrested? A man and woman in their 50s. What? Okay, hey, not judging, not saying anything. I was not expecting to hear that in the first sentence. Were they like the Pips? I don't know. And their 50s were arrested on June 12th for allegedly hosting an orgy involving about 120 people at an accommodation facility in central Japan. Shizuoka Prefecture Police arrested Teruki Tabachi, a 54 self-proclaimed self-defense forces official from Narashino, Chiba Prefecture, and Sayako Kato, 51, who claims to be a nurse from the city of Funabashi, also in Chiba Prefecture, on the suspicion of assisting public indecency. Police said they have both been admitted to the allegations against them. Public indecency? Wait a minute. If this was done indoors, I can understand if it was just outside or something like this, but if this was in private indoors scenario was set, and then I feel like it would be all right. The two are suspected to have hosted a sex party involving some 120 people at a rental vacation home in the Shizuoka Prefecture city of Kosai, facing Lake Hamana from June 11th to 12th. That was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. According to prefectural police, they gathered participants through social media and other means, and each individual paid a fee of about 10,000 yen. Only $74? To join a 120-man orgy? That sounds like a bargain. In addition, police arrested 2 individuals on the scene on suspicion of public indecency for allegedly hugging each other while completely naked at the orgy venue at around 3:40 a.m. on June 12th. Okay. So maybe what happened was that it's indoors, but then some people were like, let's take this outdoors. And then people were like, why is there a bunch of just naked people out here running around? And then they got arrested. That's absolutely wild. The 2 was a 52-year-old man proclaiming to be a company manager and a 34-year-old woman claiming to be a vocational school student. Oh, man. Police have been investigating the case after information was anonymously provided. And then somebody snitched. Dang, dog. That's OD. I don't know what to say, man. Just inviting 120 people for an orgy into this public spot. That sounds like a different type of Squid Game, if you know what I mean. And also, where was my invite? Kind of breaking news, guys, but Fentman said, talk about vapes being banned from the US markets. That's right. As of less than 24 hours ago, Bloomberg and a bunch of officials confirmed that the FDA orders all Juul electronic cigarettes to be removed from the US market. Now, I don't really Juul, so I'm just, that doesn't really affect me, but I know there's a lot of people who do, and yeah, looks like it's just getting straight up ejecto-cito-cuzzoed off the market. I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised. I mean, did you guys know that vaping could deliver toxic metals in lungs? Vaping can deliver toxic metals like lead and nickel into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs. Also, what you probably need to know in YouTube news, and this is absolutely freaking huge, my boy Emerald said the Odd1sOut is releasing a Netflix show. That's right. If you guys don't know, there's a YouTuber out there by the name of the Odd1sOut. He is an animator and a cartoonist. He's been doing this for a pretty long time. And yeah, he tweeted out and said, after years of work, I'm finally allowed to show, I can't read. I'm finally allowed to share what we've been cooking up. We finally figured out what he's been cooking. We made a Netflix show collaborating with so many amazing people. Has been a dream come true, and I hope you all enjoy the show later this year. It's going to be called Oddballs, and it looks pretty cool. Coming soon on Netflix. That's absolutely wild that an animator who was a YouTuber is now coming out with their own Netflix show, which looks really freaking cool from just like the program, but just to see the growth, see the come up is absolutely wild, and I'm very happy for the Odd1sOut. I'm definitely going to be checking out when it does come out. Also in film news, so Who's Bizarre Art Adventure said, I don't know if I'm late for this, but Castlevania is coming back. Yeah, you're pretty late for it, but also I just haven't been mentioning it. But if you guys don't know, Castlevania is coming back, called Castlevania Nocturne, and it's going to be starring your boy Richter. I don't think it has any relationship with the guy from the first one. So it's basically going to be like a bunch of descendants going down the line as Richter from Smash Brothers, but obviously Richter from Castlevania. You're going to get more Castlevania, so this is going to be pretty cool. I think Castlevania is a great series. If you haven't seen it on Netflix already, you should definitely try to watch it, especially if you like animated type shows. And yeah, just kind of showing you here, it's Richter.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Just in case you guys don't know, that's Richter. And also, Dracula was spitting facts. Also, in which you probably need to know, Sir said Sonic Origins came out today. That's 6/23/2022. That's actually yesterday if you're watching this video as it actually comes out. But yeah, Sonic Origins, out and available for you guys to play on Nintendo Switch. Relive the classic collected adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in the newly remastered Sonic Origins. From the iconic Green Hill Zone to the treacherous Death Egg Robot, yada yada yada. Basically, you get to play all the Sonic games in one. So for all you old heads out there who wanted to play the game on your Switch, it's out there, and all for you new hits who've never played it, well, now you can. But there is a lot of drama kind of tied up to this whole Sonic Origins thing that's been happening. Just yesterday, user Stealth, who was the software developer of Headcanon and Sonic Mania, had this and tweeted and said, "This is frustrating. I won't lie and say that there weren't issues in what we gave to Sega, but what is in the Origins is also not what we turned in," suggesting how that somehow the final product that we see on the Switch isn't what was finalized or something. Like, was it going to be a patch later that actually gives us the final update? I don't know. Integration introduced some wild bugs that conventional logic would have one believe were our responsibility. A lot of them aren't, suggesting that if you guys see a bunch of bugs happening in Sonic Origins, it's not their fault. It's Sega's fault or Nintendo's fault. I don't know, somebody's fault for putting in the version of them that they didn't even actually release or finish. To get into more detail, he said, regarding Origins, we were outsiders creating a separate project that was then wrangled into something entirely different. We knew going in that there would be a major time crunch, and we worked ourselves into the ground to meet it just so this would even be made and released. Again, no surprise there. Time crunches happening when it comes to game developers. Again, I can take responsibility for my team's mistakes, and there were some actual mistakes, some overlooking, some rush jobs, some stuff we noticed but weren't allowed to correct near the end. It's absolutely not perfect, and some of it from us is complicated. I'm always confused by that. Like Sonic 1, 2, and 3, all of these games were like already made, right? Like I'm not saying anything about stealth from Sega or anything. I don't know how game developing works, right? But like it's not like they created a new game from scratch, right? Or did they? I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's a remake of games that have already been made, so I guess there is some type of remake. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Continuing, I'm extremely proud of my team for their performance under such pressure, but every one of us is very unhappy about the state of Origins and even the Sonic 3 component. Wow. We weren't too thrilled about his pre-submission state either, but a lot was beyond our control. Saying that everybody on the team that made this game was unhappy. That's wild. We asked to do major fixes near submissions, but weren't allowed to submission approval rules. We asked about delays early and repeatedly, but were told they weren't possible. We offered to come back for post-release fixes and updates. We do not know yet if that is actually happening. We want these problems to be addressed. We provided a ton of feedback during and after development for Origins and its Sonic 3 integration. We've done a good chunk of work after our work term was over to fix things, support Sega, and to prepare for future updates. I have to apologize for not addressing anything like this sooner, but you must understand many things of this sort are considered unprofessional and can hurt our relationship with Sega, meaning no Origins updates and no further 2D pixel Sonic games from us. So yeah, fellas, I haven't gotten the chance to play Sonic Origins, but I kind of want to play it just to see what he's talking about, see what these bugs are and everything like that. Sucks about the time crunch. It sucks that things played out the way that it is, and it kind of makes me a little bit worried about Sonic Frontiers because, you know, Sonic, when it comes to marketing and movies, we see it like going up on the upcome, but when it comes to the games, usually not so much. So yeah, if this is anything reflective of what might happen with Sonic Frontiers, like Jesus Christ, please keep me away. Also, what you probably need to know, to be honest, you probably didn't need to know this, but since we're on the subject of like weird things that just happening around the world, I wanted you guys to show you guys two of my favorite people on the internet, both Belle, Delphine, and Twomad. You heard it right. Two of my favorite people, and I love these two because they're absolutely wild. Hosting the Paralympics in a hotel room was weird at Twomad. Yes, they had a collaboration where Twomad is freaking Buzz Lightyear and Belle Delphine is dressed as the cowgirl from Toy Story. To be completely honest, I'm only showing you guys these pictures because not only do I love these two, but also I need somebody to appear on my thumbnail for today's video, and I wanted to put one of these two on here. And also, she's biting that feet. Like, oh my God. I don't know if I'm jealous of the foot or I'm or if I'm jealous of Belle being able to bite Twomad's big chompers. Either way, they look like they're having a good time. Sorry guys, I'm mentioning this one because this is a game that I'm probably going to be playing on twitch.tv either tonight or sometime this weekend, or I don't know when, but I love it. And Wolf Phoenix let me know and said, AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative is out. AI The Somnium Files Initiative early review scores, and it looks like it's really good. If you guys don't know about AI The Somnium Files, well, there was an original one that came out, I can't remember, but I think it's by Spike Chunsoft, and I played it on my stream on twitch.tv/InfernoOmni. The VODs are already available if you guys want to watch it, and I absolutely loved playing it. It was really, really freaking good. I'm not going to go into any other detail, but I was waiting for a sequel. The sequel is finally here, and I'm probably going to play this. This is going to probably be the first game that I play on Twitch. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. So if you guys want to watch me play it this weekend, follow me on twitch.tv/InfernoOmni. Yes, this is a plug, but yes, I'm extremely excited to play this game. It's something that I've been looking forward to for a very, very, very long time. But guys, before we get further into today's topics, I'm happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by Fetch Rewards. Guys, Fetch Rewards is a super easy to use free app where you can earn rewards on literally anything that you buy. That's right, you heard me right the first time. You buy something and then you make money because you bought something. All you have to do is scan any receipt or e-receipt, and you can earn points literally no matter where you shop or what you buy. You can then take those points and redeem them for rewards, which also include Amazon and Visa gift cards. Essentially, like I just said, guys, you earn money when you spend money for free. And with gas prices nowadays, I'm telling you, every last cent counts. Once you get in the habit of scanning, you'll be making just extra cash with no effort at all. If you guys have known me long enough, then you know that I'm lazy, which is why I enjoy how quick and easy this app is to use. The fact that I can earn points from any retail store, Amazon purchases, restaurants, and e-receipts means that I can earn rewards from almost anywhere. So yeah, guys, what are you waiting for? You guys can support the channel by checking out the link in the description below and use code OMNI and get 3,000 free points when you scan your first receipt. Again, special thanks to Fetch Rewards for sponsoring today's video. Another ridiculous and wild thing that happened that has to do with Genshin Impact. Vincent said a head mod of a Persona 5 Zine, I don't know what a Zine is, stole 27,000 CAD from the project and spent it on Genshin Impact. what in the heck, fan? A lot of you guys have been pointing me to this Twitter thread. This happened only 14 hours ago, saying that someone basically took all the funds from this project and spent the money on freaking Gacha Vortex Genshin Impact. It reads here from Showtime, which is a Joker and Crow anthology modded by Curvius, Arlenus, Wildcard Designs, Babel Fell. Okay, sounds like some kind of like fan project. Ree, our former head mod, had recently confessed to spending the remaining $27,000 of funds on personal use. Ree has been entirely removed from the project. Dang. The only thing that I can probably relate this to is probably like Friday Night Funkin'. You guys know Friday Night Funkin'. They got a bunch of mods. They got basically funded. You know, they did a GoFundMe basically, and basically got funded like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I can't even remember how much they raised, right? It's like if one of those mods there took all the money that was left remaining to make the game and just said, psych, I'm going to roll this joint up on Genshin Impact and see if I can get my favorite waifu. Continuing, they said Ree lied to the mod team about the funds for months and provided misleading and out-of-date banking screenshots to suggest the Zion funds were untouched. Needless to say, Ree has been removed from the project and will no further affiliation with Showtime. Ree returned the 3,000 CAD project, but the other 24,000 is gone. Unfortunately, per legal counsel, the mods can't take legal action against her to recoup the funds because the mods never had formal contracts with Ree and all money was processed through Ree's personal accounts. Dang, bro. As an accountant, me, a certified public accountant, I would have let you guys know that there wasn't enough checks and balances around the money control situation. If you guys don't know, when it comes to money handling, this is just a quick accounting 101, okay? The person who receives the money should not be the person who also approves or vouches where the money goes, okay? You need to have a cashier, then you need to have another layer of protection of a person that needs to sign off and approve on it so people can't receive money and then spend money at the same time, okay? I could have told y'all that. They should have just hired me. I don't know what they did, but anyway. We have ordered the Zion reprint and sent out as many packages as we can, but there are no more funds left for postage or to give any more refunds. Showtime will hold a fundraiser to raise as much of the missing funds as possible and fulfill the remaining customer pre-orders. We'll be opening a new storefront on Saturday, June 25th to sell the digital Showtime Zion discounted at a non-grade, Showtime merchandise, yada, yada, yada. Proceeds will be used to fulfill fundraiser orders, yada, yada. So basically, they are doing a fundraiser to raise the money that got stolen and put into MiHoYo's checking account to roll for Genshin Impact waifus. And yeah, the top reply here said, this is a perfect opportunity to remind everyone that freemium games like Genshin Impact should be illegal, or at least heavily regulated because of their intentional addictive nature. Spending 27,000 on an effing waifu game should be indicative of something not being right. I mean, maybe, maybe not. There's a lot to say when it comes to Gacha Vortex games. They are incredibly addictive. I've been in it with the Fire Emblem community and Fire Emblem Heroes community, and I know how bad it is, right? But like, in my opinion, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not bad. What I'm trying to suggest is that if people have money to use to spend on stupid shit, they will. When you talk about things being an addictive, I mean, food is freaking addictive, okay? People will find a way to find something that's addictive and then spend all of their money on it and waste it. That's just a human nature. I don't think you can prevent that. Are Gacha Vortex games much more predatorial? Yeah, for sure. God, like, yes. But, I mean, you know, I feel like that dims the brakes. There's no way they're getting rid of Gacha Vortex games. Also, what you probably need to know, I know lots of you need to know segments. Like I told you guys, like a lot of small things, but I'm going to be bringing it up to you guys. But if you guys don't know, what I told you guys we were talking about Moist Critical the other day and how he did this thing. He was replying to me. He was replying to all these people who replied to me, and now we're besties and stuff. We're going to go scuba diving. Well, yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe one day he'll follow me, and boom, literally the next day. This feels like a fever dream. He followed me. So yeah, man, I was pretty hyped. A W of the week again. This has probably been one of the best weeks of my life, yo. So I'm just pretty happy. This is really cool. I don't know what it means. It don't mean anything crazy. It's just cool. That's it. I'm just geeking out, okay? Allow me to geek out, okay? Thank you. And also what you probably need to know, but you probably already know, Kotaku being an absolute quadruple clown emoji from KevYRS. If you guys don't know, the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 showcase happened the other day. Remember the Nintendo Direct that everybody wanted? Well, it was the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 showcase, and I watched it with you guys, and it was pretty freaking cool, especially if you guys are Xenoblade Chronicle fans or RPG fans. It looks like there's going to be 200 plus hours worth of content in this game about I don't know, these guys living to only be like 10 years and they have to fight for the entirety of the 10 years and they're fighting for it. It's a lot of weird stuff happened. It's a Xenoblade Chronicles game. However, it looks like Kotaku made an article about it and they got ratioed off the infinity of the internet as usual, because if you guys don't know, Kotaku is a gaming article newsletter that usually posts articles that are usually clickbait or hate bait, and then people respond to it and say you suck, and that's just kind of how people treat Kotaku. Throughout the article, they kind of talk a little bit negatively about the whole game, but this was a paragraph that kind of put them in big fire. They said, while I can say without reservation that I'm ready for all Xenoblade Chronicles 3's JRP, BS, and more, I'll be curious if this is the one that can finally break out beyond the series' core fan base. The games have traditionally been overly long, repetitive, and weighed down by terrible dialogue. Dang! Wow, that's wild. They're talking harsh on highly acclaimed Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. This is a highly rated game. It has a huge fan base. A lot of people love this game, and this man just completely just pooped on it in one sentence. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sold a decent 2 million copies on the Switch, but isn't nearly easy to recommend as things like Persona 5 or even Tales of Arise. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be different. I'll let you know after it's out, and I've played 100 hours of it. Oh my god. Like, I think the... As somebody who has played both Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 and loved both of them, Xenoblade Chronicles is not supposed to be a game that is like Persona 5 or Tales of the Rise. It's supposed to be Xenoblade Chronicles. It's made specifically for a core audience and is made like that way, and there's 3 versions of it on purpose that has done well because people love the game. So it's like they don't need to change anything up if people are getting exactly what they want. He's talking about the interface of the game, how sometimes it can be a bit clunky, hell, sometimes it can be not user-friendly for people who are into RPGs, which I get, I agree. It's not super user-friendly and it can be a little bit difficult for new users. However, I think it gets the job done, and I don't think every single game needs to be like spoon-fed or baby-fed for people, especially if you're like a hardcore JRPG fan. Then I'm not trying to get a whole bunch of animes that's like baby's first RPG 101 for every single RPG I play. I don't need that in my life, and some people, like the Xenoblade Chronicle fans, don't either. I think that's what's happening, and I think I just did a better article than Kotaku did and this one segment with no cuts. So I'm done. So yeah, a lot of you guys have been asking me to talk about this for the past few days. Said Encrypted said Captain Sparkle saying F the YouTube algorithm. It's another YouTuber completely pissed off about YouTube and how the algorithm is garbage doo-doo butter. It's usually garbage doo-doo butter until it's not. Like for those who are using the algorithm and abusing it and winning the game, then they love it, you know. But for the other people who are trying to create certain types of content, it definitely weighs down on you and it limits how you can make content. Even me, if I want to make specific kind of content for you guys, I can't, because they will completely destroy my channel. It literally is just that. It's the reason why a lot of people have to create multiple channels that end up don't even penny well by itself, because the YouTube algorithm will punish you for sometimes being creative or uploading content. It is what it is. Anyway, in an unironic faction, this video titled I'm Done by Captain Sparkles with 11.3 million subscribers, right? Got over 1.5 million views and it was on trending. That's right. The video where he talks about how the algorithm is garbage and it's hard to get views and stuff on YouTube literally was trending. It's like a pipe dream. It's like somebody on YouTube said, let's make this on trending and then see what you have to say about it, kind of nullifying what he had to say. But I'm going to watch a little bit of this video. It's 8 minutes and 55 seconds. You guys should watch the majority of it, but we're going to do a small reaction to watch why this guy, Captain Sparkles, with over 10 million subscribers on YouTube, is apparently done.
I've decided that I'm done trying to play to the YouTube algorithm. Admittedly, if you're just starting off making content today...
By the way, spoiler alert, he's not done. We all say that. On YouTube, we all say, I'm done trying to appease the algorithm. And as soon as you stop appeasing the algorithm, that's when you basically have no job anymore. He says he's done. Every YouTuber says it, but eventually we all come back.
You almost have to if you want people to discover and watch what you're doing. But that wasn't always the case. Back when I started, as I sound like a grandpa here, say 10 to 12 years ago, when you were subscribed to a bunch of different channels, when you went to your YouTube homepage, you would just see all the new content ordered chronologically from your subscriptions, and you would pick and choose what to watch from there.
Okay.
What's happened since is exponential growth. YouTube has grown tremendously. There are so many more people making videos, so many more creators, and people are subscribing to so many more different creators than they were before. Yeah. And so what YouTube has found, in order to meet their own internal platform goals of keeping people on the site for longer, is that people stay on the site longer when they arrange this subscription content and non-subscription content algorithmically for a user right on their homepage.
Yeah.
And it's not just YouTube. Every social media platform has grown tremendously since.
Okay, so kind of just stating the obvious right now, simply saying that, yes, if you guys don't know, there's an algorithm where sometimes you get suggested videos that you've never seen before because the algorithm says, based on you watching these 2 or 3 videos, I think you're going to like these 10 other videos that the channels you're not subscribed to. And by the way, the channels you are subscribed to, I'm going to assume that you don't want to see their videos anymore because you forgot to click one. That's just the YouTube AI algorithm bot just basically trying to figure out what you want because we live in a society.
As such, you find yourself really trying to figure out, okay, what can I do in order to try to appeal to the audience and therefore the YouTube algorithm in order to like end up in those slots so people will be presented the video and be interested in clicking on it. And you can really drive yourself crazy trying to figure out the way to optimize that. And I've decided that after a pretty insightful poll that I posted, you know, I need to stop concerning myself with that.
He needs to stop is what he's saying. Okay, the poll that he says here is, when did you start watching my vids? This was 2010, 2012. 44% of that made that. That was like 3.8 thousand. He goes in a little bit more of a detail, but I mean, I agree with him so far. You know, it's like, it's kind of one of those situations where it is what it is and it sucks and it's garbage to do butter, but you kind of like either you swim or you sink.
I posted this poll on the community section on my channel a few days back, just asking, when did you start watching my videos? And it was really insightful, actually. I should have done it long ago. But what it showed me is a couple things. One, I'm really bad at bringing new people into the channel and getting them interested. But also that it's cool to see that so many of you have been around for such a long time and you've stayed around. We have a total of 71% out of 75,000. It's a pretty good sample size for a survey. 71%.
So just pausing because I'm reacting to what he's saying specifically, and it's such a situation I'm actually kind of falling into as well, is that the majority of the people who watch his channel are people who have been subscribed to him for a very long time, and it's harder to get a newer presence or audience for a lot of people like Captain Sparklez, who's been here for a very long time. Something similar is happening to me right now with like my watch time is like 80% of you guys who are subscribed are actually watching it. And like 20% people who are not subscribed are watching my content, which means like 1 out of 5 people are not subscribed. And it's that hard to find new subscribers to watch my content. By the way, if you are watching this video and you're not subscribed, just double check right now. This is the vibe check. Make sure that you guys are subscribed and yeah, going on from there.
It just, the YouTube algorithm doesn't seem to appreciate it for whatever reason. So I'm like, if that's the case, we'll still have some of that going up. But let me also just throw in some good old days, modded survival content, that sort of thing, and just have a good time. Kind of bring it back to the way it used to be, even if the YouTube algorithm isn't really a fan of that. And I know from the outset, it's not going to do super well once.
It's so wild because I think every YouTuber who's been on this platform long enough and has changed and adjusted their type of content to appease the algorithm has had this conversation 50 times in their own head and has executed on it, and then usually just backtracks when it starts doing bad or worse. But like, everyone has gone through this situation as a YouTuber, and this is just me relating to him, saying that I know exactly what he's going through, and it sucks, right? It sucks, man. Trying to find the middle ground between trying to make content that you like and content that YouTube wants to push out is sometimes can be freaking impossible, right? Especially if you love to do a certain type of content, but it just doesn't do very, very well on YouTube. Or maybe you have a channel that's only been doing one specific thing for a long period of time, and if you try to deviate or adjust, then everyone says nope, and then you kill your channel. It's hard out here. That's why I'm always hesitant to make new videos and other type of stuff as well, because I know YouTube algorithm might just be like, nope. And then someone like, all right, my bad, let me go back to making the older videos. But then after that, I've already lost like 30 or 40% of my viewer base because of like one messed up video. It can be that bad sometimes. It's kind of scary out here. My final note on all of this is that, yes, I've been doing YouTube for a long time. I've only been doing full time for like the past 2 years or so. I somehow have not killed the channel, so hooray on that. But you guys know, if you've been watching my content for long enough, I have a lot of unlisted videos and videos that got privated because YouTube did it on purpose. But I've been doing Smash content, Smash shorts, shorts, I've done skits, I've done let's plays, I've done vlogs, I've done every single type of video that you can think of. I've done cooking, I've done it all, right? And every time I made that shift, it's always me trying to figure out, how do I grow? How do I get better? How do I talk to more people? Yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, man, I don't know. I don't know what to do, because if I knew what to do, then I'd try to be getting 1 million subscribers, but I don't know how to get 1 million subscribers. I want it. I want that 1 mil plaque. I'm trying to be up there, big boy status, but you know, I don't know what to do. So now I'm just here, just vibing with y'all and doing my best. And maybe one day YouTube will be like, you know what, Omni, people like your channel. Let's boost it, and that'll happen. Or maybe not. Or maybe my content needs to get better. Figure it out. It's kind of like life, I suppose, but it's the YouTube algorithm instead. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about it. If there's any YouTubers in the comments, if you feel this way, let me know. And yeah, just something that everyone can relate to. Also, what you guys need to know is about this update on Ezra Miller. Okay. All right, this is absolutely wild too, okay? Kane's Grain said, he said the update on Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller, if you guys don't know, was the lead star for The Flash. And ever since I've heard about this for the past couple of weeks, I've been hearing that he's been under fire for coming out for allegations for doing 50 million things. I've seen an article that says he jumped off a building. I heard an article that he ran over some people. I heard an article that he was put in jail and he had to go somewhere else. I heard an article about doing something on Instagram. Every article I hear about Ezra Miller is about him doing something ridiculously insane. And now it's saying here that Ezra Miller has reported been housing 3 children in a gun-filled farm. What? Video footage shows 8 firearms in the living room and 1-year-old baby reportedly had a bullet in its mouth. Bro, this man is a menace to society. What were the background checks? Imagine you got, you raise all this money, all this funds, and your lead actor is absolutely like unhinged and wild. And then you got to cancel your show or try to replace the main character with someone else. Like, Ezra Miller is basically just become infamous for just being like completely unhinged. You can see like in less than 24 hours, this already has 53,000 likes. Everyone's talking about this. The father claims that the children are in danger and he's been trying to retrieve them since April. The mother, who also lives at the farm, claims Ezra's home has been a healing haven for her and her children aged 1 through 5. Okay. I don't know what I don't know how to respond to that. Top tweet here said, why is it every few days there is always some article talking about what Ezra has done or is doing? I am so confused right now. Where someone said, I'm starting to think that's some kind of weird marketing thing to get the movie some attention. And then they're going to reveal that actually the Reverse Flash trying to ruin Barry Allen's life. That's almost impossible. Ezra is that kind of problematic person, because you guys don't know, the Flash, he's a superhero. There is the Reverse Flash, and all he does is try to ruin the Flash's life. I'm going to tell you the probably most infamous thing that people talk about Reverse Flash, okay? But apparently Reverse Flash has basically been ruining the Flash's life. There's one instance where the Flash was talking about how he had ED, like premature, nothing and stuff, right? And apparently Reverse Flash said, every single time that you couldn't like last very long, it was me. And he said that he came over and just jacked this man off in a million seconds and he couldn't even find out. And that was one of the things that he did to ruin this man's life. Classified said, my man did a speed run to be the worst celebrity of our time in less than half a year. Anyway, that's Ezra Miller. There's probably going to be another news article about him doing something absolutely wild next week. And if there is, I'll let you guys know. Also, guys, in ridiculous news that you probably never thought you would ever hear, Kazoo said David Dobrik. Man, we used to talk about this guy back in the day, YouTuber, vlogger who used to make a lot of videos, talk, just whatever he wanted to do was like party stuff with his friends. Man was in a situation that where he was getting canceled by Ethan Klein. Basically, he got canceled by everybody because he was caught doing something with was it Dirt Don with the Vlog Squad and something to do inappropriate with women. That's not what this is about, but he was in a lot of trouble because of it. What this is about has to do with one of his friends, freaking Jeff Wittek. There was an incident where David Dobrik made a video with Jeff Wittek where David Dobrik was operating a crane, and the crane was basically tied to Jeff Wittek, and David Dobrik took the crane and spun it around like crazy, swinging one of his friends around like wild for a stunt in the video, and it left Jeff Wittek in a situation where he got crashed and he got his entire face messed up. He got injured like really badly, and this man has to get multiple surgeries in order to get some of the damage fixed, and has done unrepairable damage to not only his body but probably his way of living life as well. And now apparently his best friend, or one of his best friends, or one of his friends, I don't even call him best friend, is suing him for $10 million. This article here that you guys linked to me said the stunt in question involved Wittek swinging from a rope tied to an excavator that was being operated by Dobrik. We talked about that. Footage from the incident was posted to YouTube in April 2021, but has since been deleted. Everyone has the receipts about it. Reps for Dobrik did not immediately respond to EU's request for the comment. Dobrik and Wittek have been both vocal about the incident in the years since. Wittek has had surgery this past February, and in March it said that Dobrik had never reached out with well wishes after the incident or any of the subsequent surgeries. Skipping this next paragraph, he said, for his part, Dobrik has said the fateful incident is the worst thing that's ever happened to him, while also maintaining it was Wittek's idea in the first place. So Dobrik saying, like, look, this wasn't even my idea, you know, like I just did what you suggested and it turned out wrong kind of thing. Quote, he got hurt because I was driving, Dobrik said on his podcast Views in March. That's it. And I effing know that. I said any chance I would get, I would take that back. That'll be the biggest regret of my life, my entire life. I really hope there's not a moment that I regret as much as that one. And apparently it gets wilder. Dexerto, this article, and a bunch of people were saying this, but said that there is speculation that Johnny Depp's legal team will represent David Dobrik. Johnny Depp's legal team, we just got finished watching that court case, is going to represent David Dobrik in this case with Jeff Wittek after footage of the lawyers saw them mention being in talks with the YouTuber. Like, bro, the freaking MC universe here is going absolutely wild. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I do know that this doesn't look good for David Dobrik, okay? There's video footage of him basically almost killing his friend. Whether it was on an accident or not, it doesn't look good, and I don't think this is something that you're going to want to take to trial, because if it does go to trial, like, bro, the witnesses are going to see this video and be like, God dang, bro, that was negligent. Regardless of who idea this was, the fact that you were the person driving the vehicle and did the harm is probably going to be enough to make the people be like, you owe this man some kind of money. So my guess is that this will probably be settled out of court somewhere where he'll probably get a chunk of $1 million in order to basically settle out. Settling means that they don't go to trial and they pay him off for something else and it never hits the public kind of thing. But what am I supposed to say? Like, David Dobrik, he messed up, right? He just did, okay? And he's making videos, you know, still making videos and doing well and living his life and still rich and, you know, still just living his best life. And it looks like Jeff Wittek is just not, and he wants some money as recourse. I mean, also, some people might say it was dumb for Jeff to actually, you know, do the stunt in the first place, to accept it as well, which I see that as well. Like, I wouldn't accept it as well. You know, having my friend swing me around on something that could be potentially life-threatening, I wouldn't do that either at the same time. But I guess when it comes to a legal standpoint, the responsibility still probably falls on the person that caused the damage, which would be David Dobrik. So yeah, I'll let you know if there's any updates on that, if there's any settlements, if there's going to trial. We're going to have another freaking Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard situation, but this time with Jeff Wittek and David Dobrik. That would be absolutely wild. I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah. But all right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I told you it was going to be absolutely wild. A lot of crazy things happen if you made it to the end. Just again, a reminder, if you haven't already, drop that like on the video. Lets me know you made it to the end. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'm going to get out your hair. You guys have a great weekend. I love y'all. I got a lot of things going on in the background, so I'm probably going to take care of that, and I'll see y'all next week. So I love y'all. Stay safe. Be good. And yeah, until next time, y'all take it easy. I love y'all. Peace.